And that's where communication comes in.
Absolutely.
We talk about this all the time. Communication is critical in a marriage, being able to
Mhm.
communicate with one another. Because at any time, if you feel that you are being taken advantage of, or you feel like you're not being appreciated, my wife
Right.
told me, you're not treating me like Jesus. How you say it?
You're
You
not
said
treating me uh,
like Christ.
Christ in the church.
Yeah, something like that. I was like,
Mhm.
okay, I'm sorry. Wait a minute. You're not treating me like Christ in the church or something. I said, okay, wait a minute. All right, I'm sorry. But that's where communication comes in. She said it kind of jokingly, but I still got it. And that's why communication is so important. And so, for one, not taking your spouse for granted, and telling your spouse that they're the best. You
Yeah.
know, you should be you should be your spouse's biggest cheerleader. We talk about that. My wife, she knows that she is amazing, and I let people know she is amazing. And my wife
Vice
tells
versa.
vice versa. Is she is my
Mhm.
biggest cheerleader. Like, I know you ain't, but oh my, it was. Wait a minute. When we were in the military, I worked
Yeah.
night shift. I worked night shift. My wife worked day shift, and we were both security police. And it was some guys that were in. Were they in?
We're in a control center.
They were in the control center, and I think I was coming in from off the flight line, and my wife had just come in, and some of the guys were saying something about me, and
Yeah, they were
talking.
Aden, I said, I know so good and well.
My wife,
You all are
she
not
checked.
thinking that you're gonna sit here and talk about my husband, especially in front of me.
Especially not in front of me. You about to get dealt with. And she told me about it. I was like, really? But just the disrespect. And so again, your spouse should be your biggest cheerleader. Your spouse should be your biggest supporter. Should be your
Absolutely.
biggest supporter. When you need encouragement, it should be starting right here at home.
Mhm.
Right here at home. So again, that should be your spouse. And if it's not, why? If she's not, if he's not, you got to begin to ask why. Why don't I feel like you're my biggest supporter? What's going on? So we have to get to the root of why they're not.
And that's the key, is getting to the root.
Getting to the root of it. And so that's why we have these sessions, is because again, it's to start the conversation.
Right.
We want you to start the conversation. And sometimes it's a hard conversation.
Yeah.
But guess what? We do hard. In this house, we have to do hard, because we have to make sure, again, in word or deed, do it as all unto the Lord. God expects us to have hard conversations, not that super shallow, superficial conversation.